636,000. That's the number of people that will be released from prisons and jails across America every year, many of whom are coming out of prison and jails to communities where they know no one, have no medication, no employment, no places to live, or no support systems in the community. During my career with the federal prison system, I saw many of these inmates, many of whom were my direct responsibility. And a lot of the inmates were just ill-prepared to come out into the community and have, as I said, nowhere to go, no place to live, no support systems. And during my career with the Bureau of Prisons, many of these inmates stuck out in my mind, but one in particular really stuck out in my mind. His name was Mr. Hobson. Mr. Hobson was 60 years old, had been in and out of prison since he was a teenager. And he was on my caseload. I was his case manager. And my job was to prepare him for release by doing assessments and recommending programs and activities and so forth, with the thought in mind to get him ready to go. But as it turned out, I didn't really do a very good job, and he didn't provide any help by telling me what he needed. And so we released him from the prison to a halfway house in Columbus, Ohio, for a 30-day transitional period. And so if you know anything about corrections, after being incarcerated for as many years as Mr. Hobson was, and being released for a 30-day period to a transitional house, that is nothing. That is nothing. And so instead of Mr. Hobson reporting to the halfway house, he went and robbed a bank. And he went right into the bank, robbed the bank, and walked across the street to a motel and sat down in the motel room and waited to be arrested so he could come back home to prison. So eventually Mr. Hobson made his way back to my prison and my caseload. So I went down to his cell, sat down with him, and I said, where did we go wrong? What happened here? And he told me, he said, Mr. Johnson, he said, this is, I had nowhere to go, no place to live, no family. I've been incarcerated for so long, my family's gone. He said, prison is home. This is where I know. So I thought, well, the light bulb above my head just flashed on, and I thought there has to be a better way. Got to be something other than just pushing the paperwork and putting people out so they can fail. So that's when I decided to get involved in prison reentry and so forth from the inside, thinking about how we can do things to make better for inmates when they transition to the community. Because Mr. Hobson, the day he robbed that bank, it not only changed his life, it cost taxpayers lots of money to re-incarcerate him, and it changed the lives of everybody in the bank that day. Their lives will never be the same from that. So we decided that there just has to be a better way. So how many of us have family members that have been incarcerated, or we know someone in our community or church that has been incarcerated or is presently incarcerated? All of these people, 95%, will eventually come back out to the community. So groups like Mission Behind Bars and Beyond, we walk with people, we meet people on the inside, and we form a mentor group and a mentor relationship, and we walk with people as they transition from prison to the community. We walk alongside them for a minimum of 6 months, and we provide resources such as referrals to housing, employment resources. We do referrals to medication providers, doctors. We have partnerships in the community that we refer people to and so forth, and it's been very beneficial. So I can only imagine that if Mr. Hobson had been participating with Mission Behind Bars and Beyond and had been assigned a mentor group, that his life would have been different, the lives of everybody in that bank would have been different. So you can make a difference by participating. You can become a mentor with Mission Behind Bars and Beyond. We provide specialized training for all of our mentors, so you're not alone. You're provided assistance, follow-up help, you're provided ongoing training, And the model that we've chosen just really is very effective. So it changes lives every day in the community for people that are coming out of prison, changes lives for their families, church members, anybody that's associated with these individuals. It really does work, and I encourage you to support Mission Behind Bars and Beyond. You can visit us on our website at mb3.website, or you can email us at missionbehindbarsandbeyond@gmail.com. So we look forward to hearing from you.